Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. So today is another speed build video. Now I haven't done one in what seems, I think, a month or so. I don't know. I made this thing where I said I was gonna do a build every month, and somehow I just am still not able to stick to something as simple as that. But today I have a build, and this is the 4x4 challenge, which I got the idea to do from Lily or Xberry on YouTube. She also did a 4x4 challenge, which I'll link down in the description if you guys want to go ahead and check another one out. I actually watched a couple of these just to kind of understand what I'm supposed to be doing, because I don't think I've actually properly watched one. I think I've seen no, that was a 10-minute build challenge. And then I think I've seen a 5x5, but I didn't know if there was any specific rules or anything, so I didn't really look into that necessarily. But I did watch the SIMS Supply do the 4x4 challenge, and what he did was he placed everything on one floor instead of doing it on two like I'm going to be doing. Now, I was thinking about doing just one floor, but I thought that it'd be more difficult, and I want this house to kind of look, well, nice and presentable, as well as, you know, obviously be playable. So I did actually have a sim that I had go in and out just to make sure that things were working, because I want to put this up on the gallery so you guys can go ahead and play with it if you want. Again, this is basically, I mean, you could have this be a two-person house, if you really wanted to add more stuff or make it slightly bigger when you get it, but the purpose of this was to make it, again, 4x4, and I was pretty surprised that I was able to do it. Obviously, it took a bit trying to figure out where I wanted to put what. Downstairs, I definitely wanted to do a living room and kitchen, but that just didn't work out for me, so I made it a, mini office plus the kitchen. So the kitchen basically took up the entire, spot downstairs, but I do really like how it ended up looking in the end. And then upstairs, what I did was I made the bathroom, and that's where the living room and bedroom is. So that one, the upstairs has a lot more in it than the downstairs does. Well, I mean, I think the downstairs is very well decorated, because when you go upstairs, I mean, it's still nice, but not as good as I'd want it to be. I wanted to have a double bed, but no matter how I was maneuvering everything, nothing was working. I was starting to get a little bit frustrated with it, but I was, trying to figure out things, because I wanted this house to be for a couple, but no, it's gonna be for your single sim. I mean, I personally don't like playing with an individual sim, but this could be a starter house for when you have one sim starting off, I mean, this house I think ended up being 40,000, I think so. I read 37,000 somewhere, but I think when I finished it, it said 40,000, which I mean is still a lot of money, but I mean, it's a fully furnished starter home, I guess, so that's nice. But again, with this house, I was trying to go for a more modern look on the outside more so than the inside. I mean, the inside is kind of modern, not really. It's really not. But the outside I really wanted to do modern, because my last actual proper house build that I did was a modern house, and that one did super well on the gallery, which I was so surprised about, because I never in a million years would think that a house of mine that I build would get over 1,000 downloads. I think it has 1.6K or something, which is insane. And that house I spent so many hours on, and I was really proud of it. And the stairs on the side of this house reminds me so much of that house. But because that's the only way that you can enter the upstairs of the house that I built last time. I'll actually link the modern house that I built down in the description if you guys haven't seen it. But yeah, I definitely want to build more modern homes as well. I just need to build more houses in general, but I really am proud of this. And actually, in this kitchen where I have the sink, if you guys see that other cabinet that's kind of on it, I thought that my sim would be able to use the sink, but for some reason she isn't. But then when I went and fixed it up off camera, I put a normal cabinet, and then I put one of those smaller cabinets that's over the fridge under it, and she was able to use the sink, and it was pretty much the same height as the cabinet that we're looking at right now. And I was just like, what the heck, why isn't it working? But it worked when I did the other thing that I just mentioned. So I ended up just completely scratching that cabinet off, because I want the house to be, again, functional. So I just used another cabinet. I think it just had glass or something. But yeah, and I was going to put curtains on those windows, but I felt like it was adding too much, and I want to have as much of an open space as possible. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen tiny house videos or whatever. I used to be super obsessed with watching them, because I don't know, it's just it boggles my mind to know that there could be a house so tiny and like it could have so many things in it as well. A lot of the tiny houses that I ever looked at, they always have a lot of windows because they want it to look more spacious and open, which makes complete sense because it is already such a tiny area that you want to have as much light coming in and make it seem larger. So this is where I was trying to maneuver with the bed and the bathroom. Oh my god, the bathroom, I didn't know what to do. I was so lost. I was gonna have the bathroom be open, but then I thought that would be really weird, you know, because since I ended up getting rid of the double bed and putting in just a single bed, I was able to fit in a small living room, which I was actually happy about because I kind of didn't like the idea of not having a living room. So we have that. I know when I was watching the Sim Supplies video, he was saying how like you have to have something for at least like every need, and the computer was already enough for fun, but I just felt really weird not having a living room in the house, so we got one and I'm really happy with it. I also ended up adding a balcony to this house because I thought that I needed more like structure on the outside. And then actually what happened is I was recording earlier today trying to get trying to finish up this house, and my recording software crashed on me. It said critical error, and I was like, okay, so there's like a chunk of footage that is like just missing because I thought I was able to recover it, but I wasn't able to. So, I mean, it's not really a big deal because there wasn't that much that I did really, except for like add like another area outside and like extend the porch area. So it's not really, or deck, I guess you could call it. So I'm not really too bothered by it, and plus you guys are going to see everything in screenshots anyhow, so it's not really a big deal. I feel like I want to do more of these types of challenges because I don't know, it's just kind of, I like being able to test myself, even though like I'm not a great builder. I like being able to kind of, I was gonna say restrict, because it it is kind of restricting myself in certain aspects, but it's more challenging and kind of makes you think a little bit more and I guess be more strategic with how you place things. There's another challenge that I was thinking about doing is the 10-minute challenge, which I was actually tagged by my friend Alif, I think back in April or May or something like early last year, and I never did it because I like forgot about it. I thought I was gonna do it and then I just didn't do it because during that time I never like built any houses before, but I think I might try that out. And then I also want to try and do the 5x5 challenge, I think is a thing, and then there's also one where, what is it? I think it's like you only use preset like rooms and stuff to build the house, which I think is really interesting. And I think actually Urban Sims created that because that's the only person that I saw do it in the first place. And I think she's the one who created that. I could be very wrong. And then there's also another one that I was thinking about doing that was really interesting. I think it was, oh yeah, like a whole, like a build that was just all one color, which I don't know what I'm going to do because I feel like that would be a bit hard, but I think you just get a random color, like just randomize the color online and then build a house based off that, which would be interesting. I don't know, there's a lot of challenges that I want to try out, so I might start doing more of those instead of like coming up with ideas for houses because your girl is not, I'm not that great, okay? But I'm actually surprised that this one, I didn't look up inspiration pictures or anything because I was going to try and base this house off of another house, but then I was like, I don't think I'll be able to do that considering this is a restricted 4x4 house, so I was just like, I'm just going to wing it and see what I come up with, and you know what, I'm really happy with what I came up with. So, yeah, I ended up wanting to try and change the windows to like really tall ones, but then I didn't really like the way it looked, so I just completely scratched that idea and kept the windows that I had, and, also, with the way I decorated the outside of the house, so kind of like the, I guess, landscape, but not really landscape because it's like on the house. So I really was going for a like overgrown house because I really just wanted to add a bunch of green to the house because for me, when I think of modern houses, I think of a lot of like plants and greenery and just everything like that, and like glass and wood. So that's what I think of when I think of modern house. And I don't know, I think it came out looking really nice. At first I thought I was using too many of the flowery looking vines, but then I noticed that there was these other bushes that I ended up putting on, and I think it just came out looking nice. It may look a bit too much for some people, but for me, I just think it's enough, you know? I just like the way it looks, okay? So I ended up changing the outdoor fence to a darker color because I thought it would work a little bit better because I felt that there was way too much white. I still think there's a bit too much white, but I decided to just go ahead and stick with it. But definitely I think changing the fence helped it a lot. So yeah, and I don't know, again, I feel like I'm a broken record already, but I'm just really happy with how this came out. And oh my god, the way that I did the little like area outside with the rocks, I don't know, I like that a lot. So yeah, that is pretty much all I have for this build. I'm gonna go ahead and play music for the rest of it, and then you guys can go ahead and see the screenshots of the house. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did enjoy, don't forget to leave a like, and if you are new here, go ahead and subscribe if you like what you see. And yeah, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys in a new video very soon. Bye guys.